Welcome to part one of VIPA's remote access training tutorials. This will get your remote access unit up and running as quickly as possible. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to our website, vipausa.com. Go to the download section, software. Scroll on down to teleservice. Look for eBuddy version 2.0. Download the zip file. When you do that and install it, the first thing that should come up is this. Now the first thing you'll want to do here is update eBuddy. This will allow you to download the firmware that you need. So of course select Internet. Now there are three types of products we offer: a TMC, a TME, and a TMH. What you want to do is in the product drop down, select the one that you're using. For us, it will be TME, and you will have options for languages that you want. Of course, for us, I'm assuming English, so you select it, leave the check mark in the English box, say next, and it will start downloading that firmware for you. Click finish. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is make sure you are connected to your remote access unit. With the TMC and the TMH model numbers, they can be connected to through a straight cable or a crossover cable into the LAN ports. If you're using a TME, which I'm using, if you connect directly to it, to the LAN port, you need to use a crossover cable. Of course, if you're going through a switch, you'll be okay. Click on Set IP Address. We browse for it. The default will always be 10.0.0.53. Of course, select that. User login and password. Username is ADM. Password is also ADM. But for setting the IP address, we do not need to enter the password. Of course, one thing you'll want to do is put it in the network that you are currently on. That is very important for you to be able to connect to it later on. Click Next, and it will reboot the remote access module. Now click Finish. And the last thing we'll want to do here is update the firmware on it. So of course now you can browse for it, and as you see, I have the correct IP address in there now. It's on my network. Again, the administrator login is ADM, password ADM. Only the administrator can update the firmware. So here it'll detect the module and firmware that you currently have. Of course, you'll want to make sure that you've picked English and the latest firmware that you just downloaded. Click Next. Now it'll upload the firmware to the module and start updating. Now, of course, during this time, if your module loses power, it will mess things up. So you will need to send it back to us, and we will unmess it up for you. This process usually takes no more than 5 minutes. And we'll click Finish. And now you're able to go directly access new router using, of course, the password ADM, username and password ADM. And of course we'll come in here and notice everything is in English, and now we are ready to go on to part 2 and continue setting up our remote access. Thank you for watching.